kind of start to go, okay, well, this is what I need to clean up.
Yeah, you can't blame it on anything but yourself at that point.
He goes, Jack again.
Oh,
wow.
That's better.
He's given us some floats, but that is a huge backhand hit. And he hammers the section again. This is on its way to being the number of the heat. And what a finish.
And let's have a look at the replay here. So beautiful spot on the takeoff. Draws hard off the bottom, pounds that first section. This second turn here, he just extended the line a little bit and then comes through, attacks the final section.
Ramsey lost early at Bell, so he's trying to push through and get some points. Doesn't want to think about the Goldie just yet. As we now look at a windup and a big arc from Samuel Pupo. Already with a 6.83 in the heat with Cole Hauschman. Samuka has the lip to attack there. Wow, that was impressive. Amazing control of that big finishing move, Carissa.
Oh my goodness.
Take us through it, Riz.
Well, here we go. Sammy. Straight up into the lip and just kept it so tight and came out with it so much speed too. And I think what's been tricky out here today is that a lot of those first sections haven't been that steep. And Sammy did so good to finish it off strong as well.
Can you identify these waves early in the set, or you kind of got to hope with your experience that you're locking in a wall like that?
I mean, I've been coming here for 14 years and I still have trouble figuring out which ones are good and which ones aren't. So you kind of have an idea of where to sit in the lineup and what a good wave looks like, but you just kind of have to toss it and keep throwing stuff at and hoping something works out.
Sammy Pupo thriving right in front of our face here at main break. Impressive lines there with...
He's got to make these right-handers really count towards his title campaign. As we see now, Kanoa up 6.73 on his last wave. Doesn't need a whole lot out of this one. Just a 4.94, silky smooth through that second move and a bit more aggressive on the final hit. Great sequence of turns. His girlfriend and his coach, Jake Patterson, they put their hands together. They know that's going to see him into the lead here over Eli Hanneman.
And they see a lead change here. Let's have a look at the replay here. So Kanoa, great looking wave, stands up in front of him. Beautiful slice off the lip. Deep bottom turn. Another good angled turn there. Nice and tight with the angle. And jams it for the final turn. So 3-turn combination with some variety on each one. She did well to hold that line. That lip line had about 3 different ridges through it. And Kanoa just ironing it out beautifully. You can see that that front arm just grabbing onto the wave face as he pivots around that, almost like a pole he just stuck in the wave face. And again, jams really hard on that third turn. Committed every single moment of the wave.
Kind of underwater and getting pushed again. Like that's my, like, I would just be looking at that, just be looks so scary.
Watching George attacking, so much grip through that turn. Total control as he rips it back into the pocket. There's the lip, well-timed tail blow. So quick on that finish.
Yeah, this thing was beautiful. I thought the wave selection was awesome. He came from so deep around this section and really just squared up nicely. Kept that top turn really tight in the pocket. And I think he just knows here, I've got to go up into the lip, give this everything I got. He gets the flare there from the fins too.
Wow, that felt good.
Yeah, it did. It did.
She's in the priority heat. Go to the non-priority heat. The world champ on the wind-up. He drills it on her backhand. Molly Picklum, right on the money. Airdrop and controls a big 2-turn combination.
And then this is Molly Picklum's beautiful left-hander. The wave stands up, she connects, keeps all that speed going straight onto the bottom turn again, and then hits the inside section. And at this point, I think she's going, there are left-handers out here. We can get a score on the left, and that's exactly what Molly did. Beautiful technique here, just steering the board, carving off the top. Totally airborne at that point. The board reconnects. And then sees that section looming up ahead. Look at the upper body twist. And then she drives through with the lower body, stays nice and compressed up the top, and then just navigates that that drop. Wow, man, she is looking so good at the moment.
2 giant backside hammers and so vertical. tighten the pocket as critical as it gets. Molly can't just help but enjoy the ride. A few more minutes till we see Liam O'Brien and Joel Vaughn hit the lineup. As we look at a nice angle of the windup of Samuel Pupo. Throwing down another solid cook in the pocket. So much speed, torquing off the top there to finish. That was a real classy combination of turns for the Brazilian Ridge.
So good, you know, just the speed is undeniable with Sammy. He just, again, as I said, it was time to step it up and really start to try and break out of this heat. Look at the replay here. The front on angle will tell the story this first turn. Watch him load up and just zips through it. Complete power drive through that turn, and he backs it up with a second. And through to this inside section. At this point, Sammy just was like, okay, let's get to the finish.
You you spent a lot of time with Ethan specifically recently, Todd. Well, let's watch this.
This is going to be a great finish to this heat. This is really exciting.
Medina, nice looking wave. Big bottom turn, connects well. Second turn's bowling already and throws some water off the tail. Real smooth surfing once again, and he just redirects to finish as he's running out of water.
See, he's really good at reading the water. You'll notice on his first bottom turn, he just nurses it just the right amount so he doesn't spin out. You'll see it in the replay. It's really, really impressive. I noticed in his other heat the other day when it was really messy too, he was just reading the water so well. So watch this first bottom turn. It was a hard one to get there, but he nurses it just enough to get to that lip right in time. And then this turn, the money turn, bang. And then just, he knows right now, difficult section, all he's got to do is finish it and ride out of it. Just really smart.
That quick redirection, and here we go, Katie.
Giving us her variation here. Swoop to start it off. She's going to go just under the lip, but strong car for the second. Huge end section, lays into a big turn and holds on with an avalanche of water coming back down behind her. Both of these ladies showing up to the heat right now and paying off for her towards the end.
Wow, geez, this wave looked good from takeoff. Driving off the bottom, big swooping turn to start off. Comes around this second section, another nice carve, nice and high, gets to this final moment. It was almost a carve, like you said, Jess, under the lip line, which is incredibly hard to do because her fins literally pop out of the wave face right there. She has to re-engage, so her board travelled about 1.5, 2 feet in the air under the lip of that wave, and then she managed to just really decompress. Look how tight she is. Just really crouch down to get to that final moment and come out.
You know, a lot of free serves together, so there's a comfort level for Sammy, and I think just a little bit of confidence that he can draw on having beat Medina at this level. There's a really sharp turn to get started and changes things up, and this is good stuff from the youngster as he drives towards a good final turn here and gets the finish.
What happened on this wave? Take us through it, too.
Oh, here it is. Savage wrap to tail slide, and then a nice little jam, big fan, little snap fin throw, and then a nice simple finish. But just the wave, that was, look how good he looks. He looks so confident. You can just tell all he wants to do is showcase his surfing. He just needs a good wave and a good section, and he's just ready to, he's firing on all cylinders. He looks great.
It had shades of Felipe all over it. I don't think Sammy would even care that we're making those comparisons because of just how amazing, how amazing Felipe is. But seriously, it's Felipe, and it's got all the power and sting of him as well. Sammy is just fired up. I love it. See that little momentary lapse in judgment will end up having being a defining moment. Here we go, George, up and riding.
Well, this is George using that priority gift right away, and he pushes hard on the rails. Second turn, a nice little jam in the pocket. Wraps it quickly, moving into his final point, and he makes Medina pay. Hands in priority, turns in a series of flared up carves.
And as a result, he picks up this beautiful little peak, comes off hard at the bottom, drags that opening turn. The second one, even more on rail, so really laying that hillside rail, and carving through, and he gets a beautiful tail flare to finish off.